Now then YouTube, I'm the Tough Man and welcome back to some more Halfstacks. It's been a while and I do apologise. If you've seen the previous episodes, you'll know that I've started a brand new job. I am now a Tesco's delivery driver, guys, fully fledged. Tesco's delivery driver. And university has now finished. I've done my last assignment, which is fantastic. That's in, done and dusted. What you guys will not know is that my partner, unfortunately, was in for an operation over the last couple of weeks. Very similar to operations to what she's had in the past. If you have followed my channel, that you'll know that she had a disc out in her neck. And unfortunately, another one went and she had to have another one out. So that has been something that's obviously hampered uploads. But here we are, guys. We're back in Halfstacks. And one of the comments in one of the previous episodes was with this particular thing here and having to go up and over and all this sort of stuff, and then down the other side. This one is going to be difficult, but the comment that I got given was, why not do copy the one that I've done down there over to here? And you know what, guys, I've done that. Here you can see what we've got here. It's basically exactly what we've got down there, and it's copied up here. So as you can see, unfortunately, it's taken that that we've got there from the one that's over there. I can get rid of the dirt nice and easy, but it was just so that we could actually get this templated well enough. And in our inventory, we've got some rails and we've got a load of construction paste. I tested this in the last episode and it seems to work out okay. I'm going to be honest, it's probably going to be quicker to get the actual the things to make this rather than using the construction paste, just because of the time it takes. But here we go. That's all the construction paste done and dusted, but it should use the tracks there so that we don't have to mess around with that as well. So as you can see, all ended up pretty much okay. And let's see if we can grab another one right here. I think that we've got to aim it. I don't know where we've got to aim it. This is the problem with this thing, you see. If I can get it just-ish. Right, that seems about-ish. And then we can come onto here again and... Whoa, okay, that was not what I was expecting. It's sort of... This is the thing, we're moving it around like this. It doesn't seem to like it at all in the slightest. So I think we've got to actually drop that... Do we have to drop that down one more? Oh my god, I'm way out. I am way out. Okay, let's try this again. So yeah, you can see it sort of moves it around, and it's really not very good the way that this works. Right, so it's definitely there. I think it's a couple more in that direction. I think, is that it? It is indeed it. Okay, brilliant. And that lines up quite all right. So I don't mind it stepping up like that. Do you mind, cow? Then from there to there, be a nice simple one. But from here to here, I will have to do it manually. Other than that, it looks pretty steady all the way around, and I might be able to get around away with doing something like this. Who knows? We will find out. Of course, we've got to be careful with the redstone ones. Those don't actually work, and neither does the redstone torch there as well. We will go through, manually replace them when we do this. So we should have everything we need, along with some of the construction paste. You can see I only need 29 for this one now, because I've got the majority of my things, and we can go ahead and add that one to the list as well. You can see, really annoying, those are, but never mind. And... this one, ooh, it's slightly too big. I'm wondering if I can knock the top bit of this off and just have it going straight like that. It will be too close to the ground compared to all the rest of this, but I think it'll be much, much better. I think so. I do think so. Yeah, so we've made some good progress. Well, I say good progress. We've done 2 sections here. But yeah, I will do that. Okay, guys, the next part is ready and raring to go down. It's actually, when you look at this, we need 28 of this, of the construction paste there. Now, it's mainly the gravel, obviously, that's taking quite a lot of this construction paste up. And of course, gravel's really hard for me to come by anyway, so I don't mind that at all. Let's go ahead and make sure that that is lined up properly, which it is, and we will go ahead and add that in. Fantastic. Another one down. And we've made some good progress. We've got 3 sections down. We're just about to crest this hill. And this one is actually going to require some work on my behalf. So, oh dear. I'm going to have to manually do this one because I do believe that we might be able to stick another one on top of here and use the other one the other way around. You know, this one. Because it's not as steep from here to here. I don't think it's as steep as from there to there. So we might be able to wangle this around. Let me give it a try. Okay, this seems like it's in fact doable. I did extend this up because, of course, that needs to be just underneath that, I do believe. Yeah, you can see just there. It does need to be underneath that. You can see, of course, that the lantern is on the other side. All of this sort of stuff, the little details I will change anyway. But it does mean that we can, in fact, do that without having to create an entirely new piece. So, thank you very much. I think, oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember the name off the top of my head. I do apologise if I get this completely wrong. Is it Madsen or something like that? That's the second name of the person who made the comment. I apologise. In fact, let me find out who it is really quick. Okay, I have the name Joseph Krug. Thank you very much for that suggestion. It does mean that one will be slightly shorter and one will be slightly longer, but it really, really doesn't matter at this moment in time. What does matter is the state of my inventory, and I really need to get this sorted out. Alright, some construction paste later. Here we are, doing another section of the bridge. All we have to do is click it. Now, I hope, yep, we've still got the rail on there. That is still being used. And, of course, don't forget that the powered rail will not work. We will sort that out. And, yeah, I think we're on the straight now for a good couple of sections. Now, I'm getting annoyed with the construction paste. It's such a pain in the backside to be able to craft that. So I've got a little bit of a better idea. It's not the best, let's be honest. There is probably an easier way and a better way of automating how to get this sort of stuff, or at least making it easier for me to get. So I'm going to try and do that right now. This construction paste is really becoming a pain in my backside because it's trying to put down these grass blocks, and obviously it doesn't need grass blocks, so it's using the construction paste and it's been a pain. But we just need that construction paste to be able to think that it needs to put the grass blocks down, if that makes sense. Like, obviously it doesn't need to place them. So I'm doing it like this. I'm placing one construction block in there and waiting and then mining it up, and then we're getting the construction paste. But I want to make things a little bit easier on myself. Alright guys, I have crudely, very crudely, it has to be said, it's literally cobblestone and water. So if it works, I will improve the look of this. But just around the back side of the house here, I've got this, as you can see. Now, how this should work, and let me see if it does, is I literally just do that. And it all goes everywhere, because I forgot that concrete powder actually falls. So that's a bloody pain. Let me sort this out. Okay, let's try this again. I've put another set of slabs here. Now, if it works how it did just there, putting that there, we'll be able to turn that into a block, as you can see. Now, what I should be able to do is then go from the start here and just go down like this. And I don't have to wait, which is absolutely awesome. The next problem we have, as you can see, is things get left behind. Which I don't want. So let me grab that. And we're going to go for a little swim to grab everything that's in here. And what I will probably do to counteract that particular problem is put hoppers in there. I think we'll put hoppers in along here and then have a chest at the bottom there that we could just go ahead and pick up all the concrete powder from. Again, very sort of basic, and it's not going to look like this at the end. I will make this look better, I can promise you. I'm just trying to figure out a good way of doing this. If you can think of another idea, guys, please do let me know, and I will definitely keep that in mind and possibly even use it. You never know. Now, chest in the floor right there, and I've got, oh, I thought I had 9 hoppers. I have made a boo-boo, guys, because I swear I made 9. But we should be able to get in here, have that one go into there like that, and then just have the hoppers. Well, let me sort the side out here first so that nothing goes flying around the place. Oh yeah, I forget. We might have to just sort of slightly do it like this. So it's still pointing into the next hopper along on the line. Right, we do need that one extra hopper. I could swear that I made 9 of those things. Let me quickly grab one. I did make enough stuff to be able to make 9, that's for sure. So there we are. And we'll grab the 9th. We'll put the iron away. We'll put those away in there and those away in there. So keep our inventory nice and clean because it's been an absolute pain in the backside up to this point. It may be that I can figure something out in the creative mode, in my creative world, that will allow me to do this a little bit better than what I'm currently doing this. So, you know, we'll see. Anyways, we should be able to do this now. And then we'll come to this side and mine away. I did mine that piece, I swear. And then, yeah, it's all gone into the hoppers. And then here it is at the end. Not the quickest way of being able to get it. But at least we're getting construction pace a hell of a lot faster than what we were doing with the thing inside there. Okay, guys, so I've been playing around with a couple of different designs here for what I can do for concrete powder. And to be fair, there's probably better ways of making concrete powder, but I have the ability for vein miner, don't forget. So this might be better for me. I have no idea. We'll soon find out. But the construction block powder, as you can see over here, this is what we've got. So we've got this sort of dribbling over here so that this will always go towards this place because this is further down than if it was to go this way. It doesn't flow to a place that's higher. So I can put a block here and it won't make any difference towards this this actual source block of water because it will still go down the other way because it's in fact lower down here. So that's the reason why it does that. Don't know why, just Minecraft mechanics. Over here, we've got a simple water slide going all the way there, and we've got an item elevator at the end there with this at the other end. So you can see we've got some construction pace there. In survival mode, it's very simple. You just basically sit here and do that. And then we go ahead and put all these back. We get to the start. Just as it's changing, you can see it there. And then we do it again. And that is basically exactly what I want. And all the items you can see come flying through here and end up in this chest right at the end here. It takes a little bit to get from the hopper into the chest, but I can't see a better way of doing this. If you guys know, then by all means put it in the comment section below. If you've got even if you yourself do a video on how something works, and I will go ahead and copy that, of course, bring it into the world and see what you guys think. But I'm going to go for something that looks a little bit like this. We may change it later on if you guys have better suggestions, but that's pretty quick, I think. That's pretty quick. In fact, hold on. Hold the phone 1 second. No. Do you know what? Actually, that just didn't work. I was trying to get some sort of double thing going on here, but the problem is that the water just keeps it here instead. So that isn't working as I would like to. We're going to go back to the original design, which was something like what it was before. Oh. Wait a second. I didn't realise that actually it worked like that. Okay, so if I am... wow, I don't think that we need to create this entire system here. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay. This is going to be a lot easier than I thought. So let's go back up into survival mode here and basically vein mine this entire thing. And there we go. We've got nearly 2 stacks of construction paste with just a wall of water. Okay, this changes things. Okay, so I've seen here that if you just leave this unwaterlogged, these things here, then it spills out all over the place. But if you actually waterlog the bottom block here, it does help. In fact, I'm going to change the backside of this because I'm really not liking it at the moment. I don't like to see dirt anywhere like that. There we go. Looks much, much better, I will say. So what we need to do is basically go around waterlogging the bottom of these blocks right here. There we go. And we need to add in all the rest of the source blocks of water along the top here. Until we end up with something that looks a little bit like that. It's a waterfall, quite obviously. It's just a waterfall. But what this will allow us to do then, especially when I get rid of this block of water right here, so it doesn't get in my way, is we can place the construction block powder like this. We could put it on the floor, I suppose, first. And that will then, because it's next to flowing water, it doesn't seem to be working with these ones here. I wonder. Like, it works with that one, but it doesn't seem to want to work with this one here. Do I have to get... No? Oh my god. How do I break this back up? I suppose we could do something that looks a little bit like that and end up with a little conveyor line, but this is not what I was after, I will say. I thought it worked on my other... on my creative world there. It just doesn't seem to work in this world. I wonder if it's got something to do... Hang on. I am extremely confused. It doesn't seem to want to work in here at all. But in my... it works in there, sorry, and it doesn't seem to want to work in my Halfstacks world at all. So what I basically did was this, and then let that... allow that to change. This one doesn't change for whatever reason, but then this one at the top started to change. It's doing it now, and then it changes that one. How weird. How very, very weird. That's certainly not something I was expecting to happen. However, we've got a way of being able to batch make quite a lot of this construction paste, which is exactly what we need for this build that we've got currently going on here. Is this going to stay here? Possibly. Possibly. I mean, I was looking forward to... I was looking for something to do. By the way, I've gone past this thing here. We've only got one pike in here now. I have no idea where the other one went. I'm hoping it's still alive somewhere. You know, it sort of swam away into another world or something like that. I don't know. But I was hoping to do something. Like, I am forever using this line here to be able to go through and then go through to round the back of the house there, which is fine. However, there's this right in the way. Now, I could use something to go around the back of this. So I could extend this pathway going out round the back here and then build out something along the side here so I can go round the side of the house, continue the path on through here and then go through like that. I could extend this path out this way, but it seems a long way from my house just to go round and round here and then into here for the path. So if this is natural and I'm using it as a path like I am doing currently, I think it should be made into a path in its own right. Let me know what you guys think, but I think we should path our way around here. Maybe have, right next to this train station here, maybe have like a little garden with some benches or something like that, some flowers floating around, and have this nice little waterfall effect in the background, which also doubles as, which also doubles as our concrete thing. So that seems to be not too bad. Now I'm wondering, actually... No, because I need the bottom side of that to be able to place the things on. It looks a little bit janky around the back. Not going to lie, but I mean, how many times are we going to see this? Can we put it that way and it look alright? Not particularly. No, not really. I mean, that looks a little bit better, but it's nothing to write home about. That is for sure. So yeah, I think we should turn this place in the back here to a little bit of a garden, right next to the train tracks we've got here. We could have some hanging trees or some branches or, you know, some leaves coming off the side there to be able to sort of wall away the train track on that side. I don't know. However, lots of construction paste so I can continue on with my wonderful buildings over the side here. Need to get rid of that. Do need to start getting rid of that and start actually putting up the or sorting out these little bits on there. But I'm not going to do that until the whole thing is finished, I think. Oh, I wouldn't stand in front of me too long there. I was a little bit a little bit hungry there, chicken. I will slap you in the face, my friend. All right, so I'm over here again looking at this. So I've lowered this, actually. I think it might be useful to lower this. We're going to go into some sort of corner for the next piece. So that will be manually done. But other than that, I've lowered this piece. If we so wish, I could always knock out this bit, but I can't see myself wanting to walk under this bit this far out. So, I mean, later on, it might be the case where we build a little bridge underneath, like a little tunnel or something like that, not a bridge. But for the moment, everything is absolutely fine, and I don't want to change it. So I've got this down from 80 pieces of this construction paste down to 41 just by crafting up myself the spruce stuff that I needed. It still says we need grass, which is highly annoying, but there you go. It's something that we can't really stop there. Oh, I'm nearly. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, balls. I did not want to do that in the slightest. However, this might actually turn out to be some use for us. Well, look at that. It was with construction paste, so of course it's going to stay in line. So we could do something like that and actually have it back up to the level that we do, and then sort of sort this area out. Well, I've done it by accident now, so I may as well. And it's nearly night time again. Okay, guys, quick update actually on the end of this episode, and I do apologise, there's not much in this episode, and that's because a lot of things have been happening. If people have been keeping up with my life, they would know that obviously COVID-19 has hit everybody significantly hard. I started a brand new job during this entire crisis after my last job. Unfortunately, the company went bankrupt. So, but I've found another job. I am now a delivery driver for Tesco's. Obviously, we've discovered that we've discussed this before. However, my partner was on furlough. She's no longer on furlough, and that's unfortunately because she has been made redundant, which is highly disruptive to the family and to everything that's been going on at this current moment in time. So we're not the only ones in this boat, and I refuse to look at this in a negative light. I refuse to look at this that way, and I always think there's a positive. There's a reason why things happen sometimes the way that they do. However, of course, that means that not much has come out on this series, and it means that videos have been drying up. Now, some good news on the horizon is that my temporary job may last longer than previously thought, which would hopefully see me out for the summer until, of course, I go back to university, and hopefully beyond that point as well. All things are pointing towards that. Also, my hours just got upped, which is amazing. There's a lot of new starters that came along me, and I've been the one that's been asked to do those extra hours, which is absolutely fantastic for the family. But of course, as always, it does mean that stuff on the YouTube sort of slips by the wayside, and I know you guys will be supporting me on that front, and will back me on that all the way. So to end this episode, which has been a small one, and I do apologise, like I said, for that. There's a lot of things that have been happening. I want to be able to cut this episode off because it's been I've done some recording, come away from it. Everything sort of happened. I've done a little bit more recording, and everything more's been happening, and not a lot's been going on in this episode. I want to cut this episode here so that next time I can come back, have a full-on plan here. So, game mode, spectator. Let's pop into spectator and see what we have been up to. I love the look of that little building over there. It definitely does need a path going out there so it doesn't look as sore thumbish out over on the side there. I love the way that this has turned out. I love the little cave thing as well. There are still some little bits of work to do on that cave. If we just pop down here, it's annoying that I can't do it quicker. You can see that back wall there doesn't really have anything. Neither does any of the walls or ceiling. It's just this one side here. So I want this whole thing looking like it's been overtaken by the nether. This wall may be pushed back a little bit, but it certainly needs a lot more work than it currently has. Other than that, the entrance to it looks great. I'm really, really happy with that. Over here then is what we've been doing for this particular episode. It looks a bit like it's terrible. It certainly needs sprucing up. No pun intended there on the old spruce wood. But we've done a lot more on the train track. As you can see, everything's sort of going alongside that. And all of these tracks do need to be, in fact, no, they don't actually. We've been make sure that we've actually got the rail on us to be able to build half of that stuff. But it does mean we've got that little hill there to sort out. All these redstone contraptions need sorting out because they're made out of construction paste. And actually, it did link up, which is good news, because that means we can just leave it as it is and sort of tidy up the way that it looks around the edges there. And then, of course, we've got a corner to deal with, which will be coming up in another episode. But we've made good progress with the train track there. There's a lot of resources going into that. And that thing that I just built is going to help absolutely massively towards that. Don't forget, of course, we've got to extend the train track this way and sort of spruce up the area over here. We've got a lot to do down in the depths there where the skeleton spawner is. We've got a lot more to do in this series. It isn't going anywhere, guys, but unfortunately it is taking a lot longer. Ooh, spectral me. It is taking a lot longer to get these episodes done than previously expected, especially with the new job. I wasn't expecting that to come along as it did. And I know you guys will support me on that one, so thank you very much. Guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, please go ahead and leave a like. It'd be absolutely fantastic if you could. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, I've been the Toffman as always. Stay safe.